What's up, guys? Aroneous here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and in today's video I'm going to be going over what I believe is the strongest epic campaign farmer in the entire game, so let's get into it. Alright, so we're going to take a trip to the tavern here, and I'm going to showcase to you the strongest campaign farmer for an epic champion in the game, and that is going to be Skullcrown. Skullcrown, of course, is a phenomenal Void champion. Yes, she's a little bit challenging to come by, I will say, but she is a phenomenal campaign farmer. I've used her for so long now on my account as a campaign farmer, and I will continue to do so. And I will say, honestly, I think she's just as good as Ray, the legendary, just as good as, if not better than, actually, than what's his name? Herndig? She's actually, I dare say, better than Herndig. I think she's faster than him because he has single target ability on the A1. So if he doesn't just destroy the first wave with this ability and destroy the second wave with one hit with this ability, then he's going to go into his A1. So she's a faster campaign farmer for Nightmare than he is, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to take you for a spin. I personally like to use her in Brutal, and I like doing Brutal as a free-to-play player because you actually can get mystery shards back from Brutal, whereas on Nightmare, I do not believe you get any mystery shards. At least, I haven't gotten any. So I don't believe you get mystery shards from Nightmare campaign. So I'm going to go ahead and go right into here. This is Brutal. So she's a 6-second Brutal farmer. The only other champion that's faster than her in this game is going to be Fellhound. He's a rare Void champion. I never personally built a Fellhound because I never had gotten a Fellhound for a while. I actually got Skullcrown before I got Fellhound, so I use her. And I really like her. I think she's great. You can farm food really fast with her. And let me make myself a little bit smaller here for you. But 6-second run, she just massacres these waves. And I also don't have her in Savage gear. I have her in mixed gear. So, and she still does a phenomenal job. I have no issues whatsoever. So she's just going to wipe everybody out every single time. 90,000 damage, 38,000 with the Helm Smasher, of course, and then 40-something thousand there too. So that was a 7-second run. So it kind of varies sometimes. Usually it's 6 seconds to 7 seconds. It's back and forth, honestly. It also depends on your food champion too. So if you have like epic food champion and for some reason she doesn't kill the first wave on Nightmare, then she's going to take a little bit more time because those champions that are food are going to take a turn too, potentially. However, in this case for me, my Skullcrown's so fast where my epics shouldn't take a turn. She should actually be able to lap the epics or anybody that I put in for food. So let's go right into Nightmare, and we're going to go right here to 12-6. She is a 10-second campaign farmer on 12-6 of Nightmare. Ridiculous, right? This is bonkers. Now, of course, I think Ray, if you put her in absolutely insane gear, can probably do like 5 or 6 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. But I personally haven't seen a video in a very, very long time of somebody posting that. And if you have seen that, leave it in the comments down below. Or if you do it yourself, let me know. But you have to put her in like Savage or Lethal gear, like really, really strong gear. And majority of the players just don't have that strong gear. I, for one, still don't have that strong gear, and I've been playing for 3 years and almost 5 months now. So what I'll do is take out those 2 food champions, and because I'm free to play on Nightmare campaign, if I put in 2 1-star champions like this, they're not going to get to level 10 on one go round because you have to actually purchase the raid pass or the raid card, whatever you want to call it. And if you purchase that, you get actually more experience and more silver from every campaign battle or dungeon battle in the entire game. So with this in this case, me putting in these 2, they get to level 9. And again, that's the reason why I personally do farm Brutal most of the time. Now, if I were to put in, say I were to put in a rank 3 and another rank 3, it makes more sense for me to do Nightmare, or a rank 4 champion, or a rank 5 champion. When I'm upgrading them, I put them in Nightmare because you get literally double the experience for farming Nightmare as compared to Brutal. With Brutal though, over time you do get quite a bit of silver if you're going to farm 12-3, but I'm pretty sure she can farm 12-3 as well. I could be mistaken. I actually don't farm 12-3 on Nightmare. With Brutal, yeah, she can do it no problem as well. So let me just go ahead in here and slap in a couple champions. And now sometimes if for some reason the RNG doesn't work to our favor, it will be about 12 seconds or 14 seconds. So let's go ahead and take her right into Nightmare 12-6. Let's see how she does. Usually it's 2 hits and they're done. With bad RNG, it's 3 hits. Boom, 1, boom, 2, bad RNG. We do get 3 hits. So then we go on to the next one. So this is going to be a 12 to 14 second run. There's 2 hits. Go on to the next one. Boom, boom, 12-second run. Very, very fast, very efficient. Skull Crown is insane. Plus, reason why I think she's better than Ray, and reason why I think she's also better than, what's his name? I forgot. He's a triple hitter Void legendary champion. Really, really strong. I think his name is Ethos. Yes, Ethos, I'm pretty sure off the top of my head. So Ethos, also extremely strong on Nightmare campaign. However, he doesn't have the failsafe like she does in her kit, where she places an unkillable on herself every time they drop below 20% HP. So it gives her a chance to come back and survive, especially good against the guys who place the bombs, which is Lord Shazar. So Lord Shazar places the 1-turn bomb, right? Chance of placing 2 1-turn bomb. It does detonate after 2 turns, but decreases the detonation countdown by 1 turn if it's critical. So if you get crit by this guy and you get a 1-turn bomb and you're trying to use a campaign farmer, they're probably going to die with 1 hit from a bomb. So that's why I personally prefer to use Skull Crown over almost anybody else in the entire game. Now, of course, if I had ridiculous godly gear, okay, then of course I could put her in godly gear as well, and she'll probably do it even faster, right? And plus, if I put her in refresh accessories, again, she could one-shot the waves with this ability if she has savage or lethal godly gear. As you saw, I almost one-shot the first wave. Plus, she's not a weak affinity. She's void, so she's going to do very, really well. Let's go in and do one more time. I have had 10 seconds here and there, but again, you have to have the perfect RNG to get the 10-second runs. Typically, it's about 12 seconds. Longest is going to be 14 seconds, but a very, very strong champion. I love this champion. Look how fast she goes. This might actually be a 10-second run. Oh, 12 seconds again. There it is. Okay, so because of the triple hit at the end there, and because I don't have her in Savage gear, that is why I'm not getting the 10-second run very consistently. If I had Savage gear, no problem. Sayonara, c'est la vie. We get 10-second pretty much every single time. But I do love this champion in Skull Crown. I also use her in a lot of areas of the game. I also use her against Skavag in the hard dungeons for Skavag because she has that failsafe, right? And I'll show you a run of Skavag after this. I'll do one more. I was trying to get the 10-second. There's 2 hits, boom. Again, if she had Savage or Lethal with the same stats or similar stats, she'd be one-shotting every wave. Boom, boom, 10 seconds. There you go. So out of 3 turns, at about every 3 turns, she does get 10 seconds. So it's not a big deal. Every 3 times you go against it. All right, so let me go ahead and try her out on 12-3 of Nightmare, because you can see right here, 1 minute and 33 seconds. I haven't really farmed 12-3 in a very, very long time. And let's see if she does it. Let's see if she works here. I haven't used her in a long time against this stage, or at all, if I can remember correctly. So let's see if she can beat it. Now, the big issue is going to be those Lord Shazars. Now, and the fact that these waves have a lot more HP. It's just like a ridiculous amount of HP. So I really don't understand why they did that. It just doesn't really make sense to me. Why 12-3 is stronger. Maybe it's because of the fact that, you know, 12-3 has the shields, which are going to give you more silver, but it just doesn't make sense to me. See, so you can die. So that's going to be the biggest issue, is dying on 12-3, because they have so much HP. Now, I understand the shields give us more silver, but again, doesn't really make sense to me at all why they made this stage stronger than 12-6, other than because of the fact that it gives us more silver. So I probably can't consistently farm it, because I would have to be even faster or just way stronger in Savage gear. So it is what it is. Now let's go ahead into Skavag, right? So unfortunately, because I don't have strong enough champions surrounding her, we don't have a consistent run here on stage 10. It's like a 60% win rate. So I don't really fight in stage 10 very often with this team, but as I get the team progressively stronger, I will. So right now, I've been mainly just fighting in stage 6, which is fine in my opinion. Now, I could also try stage 7 because we have positive affinity in Nishak and also Lanatharil. Lanatharil is a monster of a champion. People that say that he's not good, I do not agree at all. I think he's a beast. So we're going to go ahead and take her in stage 7 of Skavag, and you'll see it's actually a really good team. Lanatharil helps keep us alive with the shields. And then, of course, Nishak's kind of there for cleanup and stuff, but Nishak, he could be better. He needs books, and he needs really good damage. He just doesn't have high enough damage. So you can see that with his A2, he also places a shield, but does decent damage as well. So here's some bombs. We got it down to a 1-turn cooldown from Nishak. The Spider Queen is going to eat them up, and then we kind of have to go back around. I don't know why, but Nishak always gets slept. I'm not sure why nobody else does, but Nishak always gets slept. The other good thing about Lanatharil is he has that ally attack with the increased crit damage. It's insane. People are sleeping on Lanatharil. Although this is not a Lanatharil showcase, Skullcrown is here to help, right? So we're almost done here. I think we average about a 1 minute to a 1 minute and 30 second run. Let's see what happens. We have the shields keeping us alive. And come on, let's get some damage going. She's almost down. Boom, one more hit and we're good to go. There you go, 1 minute and 4 seconds. New fast time on stage 7. You got an accuracy with speed and attack and HP. We're actually going to keep that legendary piece, even though it's 5-star. It's actually not a bad piece. And there you go, Skullcrown with 7.7 million. We got Nishak. Let me make myself smaller. 2.1 million from Nishak. And then Lanatharil with 1.6 million. Eventually, I'm going to re-gear Lanatharil to make him stronger and faster. He's pretty slow right now. And then Lydia, I would love to put her in a shield set or another champion in a shield set, because the decreased defense and weaken is necessary for this run to work this way. That's stage 7. That's not bad. Also, if you bring in Sinesha with Skullcrown, she does a really good job pairing well against the Skavag boss. All right, so let me go ahead back into the tavern. Let me showcase to you her gear. And her gear is actually really good, in my opinion, for offset pieces. It's okay, I guess, but also the other thing, the reason why she does so well is because of Crushing Rend, which is the blessing. So Crushing Rend, if you don't really know this, most of you probably already know, but each round, a number of this champion's hit will ignore a percentage of the target's defense. The percentage of ignored defense depends on the level of the target. High Awakening bonus, every hit this champion inflicts will ignore a percentage of the target's defense. Also gives 400 attack, HP, 20% crit damage, and 7 additional speed. And so we'll ignore 1% defense for every 10 levels. So she's exceptional against waves. She's really good in like stage 25 of dungeons. She's really good against Doom Tower waves. She's just a beast, okay? So I use her in my normal Doom Tower wave content because she just is phenomenal. Now, if you make her super, super slow in Doom Tower content and she gets counterattacks, you'll get basically the top #1 for least amount of turns taken on the leaderboards, which is kind of cool. I prefer to build her for multiple areas of the game, but I built her so she's fast enough so that she's better for later game content. So here's her stats right here. She's got 6.1k attack with the additional 400 attack here, which is very helpful from Crushing Rend. 30,000 HP, 1700 defense, so she's not really built for survivability, of course. 234 speed. Okay, so that's very, very fast. It's like deceptively fast. Now, she doesn't need to be this fast. If I wanted to, I can make her slower. So you could make her like 208 speed because she just needs like essentially enough speed where you could put the masteries. So if you wanted to put masteries like this one, 18 plus speed on Whirlwind of Death. And then I have her in counterattack gear or masteries because I have her in other areas of the game. Remember that. I put her in Tag Team Arena. I put her in regular arena sometimes. Sometimes I put her in Doom Tower. Sometimes I put her in Skavag. You know, so I have to build her to go against all areas of the game. She's a very well-rounded champion for me. Plus, she's my main campaign farmer. So she's not just built for one area of the game. Now, if I just wanted her for campaign farming and that's it. So if you wanted to, you could come down here and you can get Spirit Haste. And with Spirit Haste, you're going to get 24 additional speed because your champions or allies are going to be dead in campaign. They always end up dying typically. And then she also gains more speed every champion that she kills. So you can drop her stats pretty low. You could probably drop her as low as like 170 speed or so and be just fine because, and then you could put her in like Savage gear make her damage like 300% or 320 crit damage, which is ridiculous, right? But you don't really need that. I have her over 6k attack, but again, you don't need 6k attack. You could go for like 5.5k attack and be just fine with that. You might even be able to drop it down to like 5.2k attack. And this is what I'm talking about when I talk about Nightmare campaign. Brutal campaign, you could drop it even further if you wanted to. As you saw, I was wiping out every wave, no problem in Brutal campaign. So the gear sets, random, right? So I do have one set of Fatal, which helps with increased attack and plus 5% crit rate, which is phenomenal because it fit perfectly with the stats that I needed with the gear that she currently has. Then I have this really good speed piece, speed, attack, crit damage, crit rate, very strong. And then crit damage with triple crit rate on the gauntlet for speed, attack percent on the chest, speed on the boots. And then I have the shield here, and this one has speed, crit rate, crit damage, and accuracy, which is very helpful as well. So yeah, so that's Skull Crown. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about Skull Crown. Personally, I think she's one of the best campaign farmers in the entire game, hands down. I do think she's better when it comes to her kit overall than a Ethos or a Ray, just because she has that unkillable survivability. Thanks again so much for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you on a video soon. Peace.